Peace to your home. My name is Filin, and I do not exist. Everything you hear is the personal opinion of the author, who does not claim to understand the world. Let's look at the events happening in the world, not from the perspective of propaganda and emotions, but from the perspective of management. The actions that the USA and Israel are taking against Iran, as mentioned earlier, have nothing to do with Iran's nuclear program or the political system of Iran itself. Management, by definition, is goal setting and achieving set goals. Let's look at the situation from this angle. For the USA, the main geopolitical opponent in the current situation is China, and the actions of the USA regarding Iran are aimed precisely at weakening China's positions. Also, actions in management are rarely taken for a single purpose. The second goal of the United States is to calm Israel. Its lobby in the US is quite strong, and Iran is considered a threat to it to a certain extent. Although Iran itself has no claims against the Jewish people, hundreds of thousands of Jews live in Iran. It only opposes the policies of the State of Israel. An additional goal is to transfer money from the Persian Gulf region to centers of management concentration. In a stable economy, the powerful can afford to relocate some money not to management centers, but in times of crisis and phase transition, such a situation is unacceptable. Money must be under control. The foundation of any economy is energy. The USA, although an energy-deficient country, that is, it extracts fewer energy resources than it needs, nevertheless has quite large reserves of oil and gas. Additionally, the USA has gained control over Venezuelan oil and will soon gain control over Canadian oil, and possibly that of other countries in their region. China, unlike the USA, does not have significant oil and gas reserves and acquires them on the foreign market. Ideally, the USA would like to gain control over Iranian oil supplies to the global market and profit from it. If this goal is unattainable, and it already is, then it is necessary to raise the level of global energy prices, because the USA will benefit from domestic prices while China will have to buy at global prices. This will lead to an increase in production costs, a decrease in China's economic potential, and a certain advantage for the USA in the confrontation. The operation of the USA and Israel against Iran has already failed, and only because it is being conducted in a linear scenario will it continue until the depletion of missile stocks and the operational hours of aircraft from the USA and Israel, after which, as last time, it will be announced that the objectives of the operation have been achieved and Iran no longer poses a threat. After the operation, Iran will receive an internal boost to enhance its subjectivity, necessary for its emergence as a regional center of governance. The era of the Gulf countries, such as Oman, the United Arab Emirates, and others, as a center of financial stability, has ended. In fact, they were never the center of global money. There was no initial goal of long-term retention of these centers. Over the coming years, these countries will be pushed back in their development to the level of Bedouin tribes, perhaps slightly higher. Plus, the global financial system will have the opportunity to dispose of some of the excess funds that have been actively printed over the last decade without backing, including investments in real estate in the Gulf countries. Thus, we see that the United States has achieved its goals. They have calmed Israel and raised energy prices, giving them a certain advantage in the confrontation with China. Meanwhile, Israel has received temporary calm. It will not last long. Therefore, in the near future, we should expect the continuation of hostilities in the Middle East. Global capital has gained the opportunity to return funds that have settled in the Gulf countries to centers of management concentration. As they say, everything is going according to plan, and the world is smoothly moving towards a world of empires and regional centers. Peace to your home. Until we meet again.